We came back on for a second. Yeah, see on my screen right now. What? Why is it saying chat is disabled for this live stream? We can't have disabled chat. On my screen, it says chat is disabled for this live stream. Hold on, I'm refreshing my page. Yeah, it said it again. I'm gonna refresh again, see if it comes back up. Nope. Do you want to just like turn everything off and then restart everything? Okay. Well, then you just let me know what chat's saying. Just chat. No, chat. I can't see you. Chat. Hold on. I'm trying something else. Oh, I'm back. Back. I can see it. I can see it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen. Don't double down the vote like you did on Brexit. Don't do it. In over 100 years. That is crazy. And then they moved for a vote of no confidence. Welcome to Epic Gaming. The world's gonna blow up. We are your hosts. Yes. Bro, that just sounds good. I just had coffee. Hello, 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 everybody. Matt is your host. He knows we know what we're doing. You are in safe hands. Better than Nationwide. We're not on your side, we're on your screens and in your ears. Thank you so much for listening to us. The question for tonight is, what did you do wrong to have to tune in? Are you in trouble? Is this your... Yes. This is weird because, like, I'm gonna be honest. I know people come for Roy, and it's like, I don't know. We're like the side chick getting a little bit of love right now. It's like, okay, like, all right. So it feels pretty good. Yeah, the one without Roy. It's Roy's fault. Uh, we'll be fine. Everything is going to be fine. Kent Parker is with us. The obsessive comics disorder is with us. Jordan Hurd, everybody, is with us. Micah Powers. Micah, you know what your power is? Amazing. That's what it is. Freaking Micah Powers. What an awesome name. Um, you know what, Kent? This can't be on the rails because we don't know what we're doing. We have no notes. We have no anything. And so tonight's going to be one of those episodes where it's going to get a little weird. And I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that, Matt? Yes. Look at what Ken said. Come for Roy, stay for Matt and Rob. Okay. Okay. Thank you. But no can hear Matt. Love the metaphor, Rob, but no can hear Matt. You know hear Matt? I hear Matt, no fine. No good? Are we... Hmm. All right, everybody. While Matt is looking into that, I'm going to talk deep and nice into this microphone right here to give Matt a quick second on being able to fix that. Roy, the technological trader from miles away, he is more than miles away. He is leagues away. He is on a cruise ship right now playing board games with all of his friends except for us.
I think that might double everything.
So he can't be having that good of a time if we're not there. But that's what's going on. Matt, do you have, I can keep going. Do you have the mic fixed? All right, everybody. All right. Hey, guys, what have you been playing this week? Well, let me tell you about a game that I actually got to play this week, and I was very excited to play it this week. Um, did you guys get Dice Tower Con tickets? Just bought mine yesterday. Can't wait for July 3rd. I did get my ticket. I just don't know if I'm going. I did not book a room for the Dice Tower because if I do go, it's going to be like a last minute type of a thing. And maybe not last minute, but I may not know till June. And typically the rooms are sold out by then. So I may be here, Matt. Love the metaphor, Rob, but no can hear Matt. You know hear Matt? I hear Matt. No, fine. No good? Are we? Hmm. All right, everybody. While Matt is looking into that, I'm going to talk deep and nice into this microphone right here to give Matt a quick second on being able to fix that. Roy, the technological trader from miles away, he is more than miles away. He is leagues away. He is on a cruise ship right now playing board games with all of his friends except for us.
I think that might.
Played Zombicide before. Are you there? Hey, Matt, I can hear you a little bit. Can you guys hear Matt? Esmer GN. This is what we've waited for so long. Boom. I don't know. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Oh, you guys are excited to play with Kent Parker. Well, you know what? Who's better than Kent? His lovely wife. Kent's amazing wife. She is the real deal. She is legit. She is why I'm friends with Kent. Because it's like, okay, fine. I'll put up with Kent if I can be friends with his wife because she's super sweet. But anyway, Zombicide Green Horde. Played this mission where we had to find the blue and the green objective. Then we had to open up the doors and we had to exit out. I have never played with the Green Horde before. And the way that you play Zombicide with the Green Horde edition is a Green Horde is a bunch of zombie orcs. And when you do the Green Horde, as you draw cards, on some of the cards that you're going to draw, what happens is there is a little space off to the left on the card that tells you to add, when you add zombies to the board, it also tells you to add zombies to the Green Horde spot. And there's these enter the Horde cards in the zombie draw pile. And as you draw those cards, all of a sudden the Horde comes in from that Horde area. Well, while we were playing the game, it was kind of fun. My buddy who had never played before, he was the mini Wolverine, and he was also the medieval Batman, and he's just absolutely in love with Batman. And so it was kind of fun because as the dragon kept coming out, one of the only ways to kill the dragon is with the ballista, and so he was using the ballista to kill the dragon, but we were trying to have to wait for the dragon to come over to our area so we could shoot it. And it's one of those things where like everything has to be lined up. You can't just point the ballista at it. The ballista only shoots in straight lines. And so that was a lot of fun. But this Green Horde, at one point, there were 12 regular walker zombies on there. There were 9 runner zombies on there. And there were 12 Green Horde fatties on there. And that's a lot of zombies that are on this one little board, and it was getting kind of crazy, and things were blowing up, and we were all scared and things like that. Well, we finally unlocked the green door and the blue door. It was really cool. It was right in front of those doors. They also had the trebuchet. I've never played with the trebuchet before, and we got to use it for the first time. And there's 3 different modes on how to fire the trebuchet, and we were doing the boulder mode, to fire, because that's one of the only ways that you can kill an abomination is with the trebuchet. If you fire the boulder, then there's scatter shot and other stuff like that. And so, but is lagging, yeah. Can't it jump back a few minutes and now it's caught up, but is lagging, yeah. Oh, terrible.
Yeah, could just be my terrible internet.
So I got to fire. You cannot fire the trebuchet and hit the dragon. The only way to hit this dragon was with ballista. So we're using the trebuchet to kill the abominations because we had not yet found the bile, the dragon bile stuff. Okay, sweet. And so we were using the trebuchet. We were having a lot of fun, and I got to play for the first time ever with the big zombie, the big giant miniature. There's in Zombicide Green Horde, there's a giant miniature that's actually like one of your allies, and that was one of his abilities. Is he says that he has reach, so when he does melee attacks, he can do melee attack in his space or a space that is directly adjacent. And so that was a lot of fun, because that makes it a big difference when you're trying to do melee. And I definitely hooked him up with some good weapons so he can fight people off at a distance. But he also has this ability called Throw, or Giant, which allows him to throw. And so if you guys watch Stranger Things, I had Dustin from Stranger Things. He was one of the promo characters. I had Dustin from Stranger Things as we were all playing with 2 characters each.
Yeah.
He was my second character, and I would have Dustin run to my giant, and then my giant would pick him up and throw him at the bad guys. Because when he does that, it doesn't hurt the character, or the character that's thrown, and it can kill a zombie. And then my Dustin guy, he had some pretty good weapons in there too. So we are wrecking through zombies. And if you've ever played Zombicide, we were in the orange. We got into the orange by the time 2 of our friends finally got into the yellow. And so they're basically in blue while we're in yellow and just caught up into orange. And if you know what I'm talking about, on Zombicide on your character, you get more actions as you level up, and you have blue, yellow, orange, and then red. And it takes 6 points to get in from blue to yellow, and then like 20 points to get from like yellow to orange. Maybe not 20, but like 10 plus to get from yellow to orange. And then from like orange to red, it's like a good 20 plus. And so, but because we were killing so many stuff, we kept on leveling up our guys, and it was a lot of fun. It made me excited again for the Zombicide franchise. Every time I play that game or games like that game, I just have a blast. It's one of those games where it's a button smasher, and our campaign, it ended up taking us like 3 hours to play. But we had so much fun. But a lot of it was like talking and goofing around and joking and like, what should we do here? And then I put in all the Zombicide rodents. So there was birds, there was the Deadeye Walkers, there was rats, there was zombie wolves, there were the Green Horde, there were runners, there were regular zombies, there were abominations. I also put in, Matt, have you ever seen the movie Monty Python in Search for the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Okay, so the little bunny that's in that movie?
Yeah.
That little bunny is one of the abominations in Zombicide Green Horde.
Okay.
And it's the smallest plastic piece on the board. But with this abomination, what his power says is as soon as he lands on a space with a character, every character in that space that he lands on dies.
Solid. Okay.
So we're running around trying to run away from this little bunny. Because the only way to kill the bunny, you can't even kill it with the trebuchet. The only way to kill the bunny is with Dragonfire. And we haven't found Dragonfire. We're searching. We had plenty of weapons. We just couldn't find the Dragon Bile. We had flames and torches. We just couldn't find Dragonfire. So we had this little bunny where we got going on. We got dragons. We got other stuff. It was a lot of fun. It was just one of those where we just goofed around and we were joking around, and we were eating our appetizers and just hanging out, and just it was just one of those like where we didn't care. It was just fun. And those are the game nights that I like, where it's just like, we don't care. We're just trying to have fun. It doesn't matter if we win. It doesn't matter if we lose. We just want to hang out and have a good time. And obviously the game doesn't really take 3 hours or something like that. But with all of our joking around and all the other stuff, it took us a while to play. Because we were doing some stupid stuff once the dragons started coming out. And we're running around and just being silly. But that is Zombicide green Horde, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm excited for Zombicide Invader because I don't have enough Zombicide in my life. I have all of it.
Yeah, man.
Just about. I really do. I have all of it except for a couple of special characters.
It's your new Risk.
You know what? Here's the thing. I was telling myself that same thing over the weekend. Because I was like, man, I really should sell some of my original stuff. Because I don't know if I'll play it anymore. But I was like, I don't know. I've had it for so many years now. And I've played it so often. It's like one of those things where...
I will be right back.
I mean, it's definitely not in like good condition. Because I have played it a bunch. But I enjoy the game. Even the old editions, I just play with the updated rules. And so, like, you know, because the game has gotten better and the new rules every time they come out with a new version, I just kind of mix up the rules that I like. But it's such a fun game. Figured out audio, now just the lag. Uh-oh, we're now offline. Nope, we're online. That's great. Uh-huh. And so, boom. That's what we've got going on here. How are you doing, Sir Matthew? Matt? Matt, can you hear me? I don't know if Matt got up because he had to go cook something or if Matt got up, but now... So, what are you guys doing? What have you guys been playing in chat? Roy right now is on a cruise. He is, I think they just were at Jamaica today, taking care of some stuff, playing some games. Feel absolutely terrible for him as he starts a brand new job in a brand new state, and then within a couple of weeks of being on the job, he's already on a cruise with his family. So that sounds really terrible. But I saw them playing games. I saw them get in a game of Battlestar Galactica. He was playing this dream game where they're stacking chairs. Matt, are you back? Can you hear me again?
Yep. My bad.
Oh, I can hear you. Okay,
yeah,
there you are.
I said I'll be back,
Nope,
but you were in the middle of your
again.
story. What's happening now?
All right, you're coming in and out.
Okay. Good. Great.
I hear you now.
I
I
think
hear you
my
now. Okay.
I think my internet is just god awful, and cannot support this.
I actually just got internet back late last night because we had a little ice storm. For those that are listening,
Dang.
we had an ice storm over the weekend, and I actually just got all of my stuff back late last night. And so I know some other friends of mine, they still are without power. And so hopefully that's not what's messing you up, Matthew.
I mean, I hope not. I've been meaning to upgrade my internet anyway. I'm just trying to wait until after taxes come back.
Let me ask you this, Matt.
Yeah.
With this awful internet thing that you're experiencing, does it make you want to play the board game Power Grid? And in the way that you might be able to learn how to fix it, like you can connect the connectors. Like,
I mean,
how can we turn your bad internet into a board game experience?
I don't know. I genuinely don't.
Okay.
Power Grid, however, I've never played. I don't
Never
know.
played Power Grid.
Roy owned it for a while, and I asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, man, that's a Euro game," and that was all that was said about it ever. And and then he sold it, and I was like, "Ah, cool, good to know, good to know." Neat.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Boom.
So I don't know. I'm dropping 64% of all the frames that I produce, which is
You're dropping 64% of the frames you produce?
frames. The
Oh, frames. I thought you said friends. Friends. I was like, bro, that's terrible. You're like the Thanos of Friends right now. Just about a little over half of you are now gone. You are no longer my friends. I'm gonna snap my fingers and it's done.
If I update the bit rate,
Love it.
how does that affect this? we'll see what happens. I've tinkered with some stuff. Maybe I will drop less frames. The uploads.
Okay.
Whoa.
So what about?
Okay.
Whoa.
Whatever.
What about board game stuff?
Yeah, man. What about it?
All right, Matt. I've got a couple questions for you, sir. Since Roy is on the open seas,
Yeah.
what is a board game that you like to play that is? It's not a fantasy game, like it's an actual place. What is a board game that you like to play that is not based in the United States? Or it could be like a world game where it's, the U.S. but all the rest of the world, kind of like a game like XCOM or something like that. But what is a game where you get up and walk away and that you like to play that is not just based in the United States? So, while Matt is going to check on his cooking,
No,
I
still
can't see Matt on my screen. I just see Matt. How you guys see Matt?
Yeah.
And Matt's gone.
What? How
Is
am
he
I
back?
going? Can you hear me?
Oh, you're back.
Oh my god, this is.
I can hear you, but on the YouTube, you just got up and walked away.
Oh, good.
Oh, maybe your YouTube is like it's delayed. I think I just don't know how long the delay is.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do something.
We'll
That's
see.
what we're gonna do. We will see. Stream keeps buffering every few seconds. Yep. So, Matthew, what games do you like to play that are set outside of the U.S.?
I am a really big fan of Tokyo Jutaku, which I've mentioned before on the podcast, a game about building houses out of oddly shaped wooden blocks.
Okay.
That game's pretty fun. Like Blood Rage. Blood Rage isn't set here. It's not really set anywhere, but
Yeah. How do you feel, or let me ask this, do you believe Secret Hitler is based in the U.S.? I believe it's more Europe.
I would say Germany.
To
Yeah.
be precise. And so Secret Hitler is one of those games where it's not based in the U.S. That's fun to play. I'm going to go a little extreme on my next one. I'm going to say Terraforming Mars is not in the U.S. However, Mars is a real place.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so, Terraforming Mars is another good one, not based in the U.S. that I like to play. Do you have any others, sir?
I mean, Blood Rage, yeah. Blood Rage.
Got a few.
Definitely.
Micah Powers. I'm glad you ordered Western Legends. It's a fantastic game. I'm excited to play it again, but I want to play with the expansions, and I want to play with the some of the legendary stuff that you can actually make it where you have more of a story of what you're doing with your own character. And so I think that's going to be a lot of fun once we're able to get that. Once we're able to get that to the board. So, but nope. Are we offline again? Oh, we're back online. Okay.
So. I don't know. Everything is not.
Yes. You know what you do know?
What?
That I love you.
Oh,
That's
thanks,
what
man.
you should know.
That's great. I appreciate that.
It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if we have a terrible connection. It doesn't matter what's happening. What matters is that you know that I love you.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something kind of bad that I did?
Sure.
Okay, so I feel a little bad about this, but not too terribly bad. You've heard me talk, in fact, recently, I think it was last episode, if not the episode before then, I talked about a Kickstarter game called Chronicle X.
Yes. I believe so.
It was like I described it as XCOM the board game.
Yes.
But more person to person type of a thing. So this game came out and in August of last year. It was supposed to ship to us. In fact, it was actually supposed to ship the summer of last year, but they pushed it back to August of last year. Okay. And they even sent out an email like August 24th saying, hey guys, we're really excited. We're about to ship you our game. We're about to do all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Things are great. And then we get an update in October saying, actually, check that. We did some play testing. Game's actually not that good. So we're going to go back
oh, no.
and fix the game. Because the menus are cool, but the game is terrible, basically.
God. Okay, yeah.
And so they sent like another update saying, hey guys, playtesting is going better, blah, blah, blah. We actually fixed some stuff where the aliens aren't overpowered and this thing isn't so broken. And they just sent an update earlier this week. So this is January now. And they sent an update of a couple of pictures of a playthrough session that they were doing, right?
Yeah.
But this playthrough that they showed that they were doing had a paper, it had a paper grid for a board.
Okay.
And so it looked like it was in like early play testing stages.
Yeah.
And it did not look at all like the board and the grid and everything like that from what they showed in the Kickstarter. It did not look like the yard and all that kind of stuff that they had in the Kickstarter. This was a player grid where some dude went to the dollar store, got a big mat or a big poster board and just drew a grid on it. And a lot of people, including myself, were rather upset by this. Kind of like, okay, you guys literally told us August of last year that the game was about to ship. And then all of a sudden you don't ship, and now you're saying you're starting all over because the game's not good. And now you're showing us pictures of your updates, and you don't even have any of the artwork or any of the mats or any of the boards or any of the things that you showed us in the Kickstarter. So was that all a lie? And so there were several people that were complaining in the comments section of said update, and the guy was like, hey, if you want to cancel, blah, 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 do blah, blah, blah. And I saw that, and so I emailed him, and I was like, I want to cancel. Because the game is now looking at the stage that it's currently in, it's probably looking like a 2020 release.
Yeah.
And that's fine if you tell me it's going to be a 2020 release. I can, I'm fine because I understand it's an investment. And I understand that, sometimes you may be off by a couple months or whatnot. And that's one of the things that I'll give Awakened Realms and Lords of Hellas some credit on. Their core box is already out. That game is already out. It's already being played. Yeah. It's just they made a mistake when it came to doing the resin sun drop on the expansions. And they even admitted it. I don't know if you read their last update, but they admitted it. Hey, guys, we screwed up. This is going to be one of those things where we're sorry, but we're fixing this going forward with Nemesis and the Tainted Grail and other stuff like that. But these people were just like, yeah, we're still in playtesting, and now the alien faction is better. And we've got a couple missions that we really like. And so what bothers me about that is it's like, okay, you basically had the idea for a board game, and you threw it out there, and you had some cool graphic designers come up with some stuff, and now you're trying to make the game. And so I got an email back from said company, and they said that I would get like possibly up to 80% of my invested funds back, which I'm not crazy about, but to be honest, legally they don't have to give me anything back.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm just happy to be getting anything back if that really happens. But have you ever had a Kickstarter that you backed and you were like immediately like, you know what? Maybe not immediately. Let me rephrase that. Have you ever had a Kickstarter that you backed that it turned out during the update not to go the way that it was going, and you wish you could cancel, whether it was board game or not? Because I know you back a lot of stuff. Have you ever experienced that?
I don't know. I backed a set of collapsible measuring spoons a while ago that were designed to fold flat. So you basically, it was like an origami thing. So you fold it up so it holds whatever you need it to, and then it whenever you let go of it, turns back into sort of a flat sheet of plastic or whatever, so that you could easily wipe off viscous things like honey or stuff like that would be normally hard to get out of a tablespoon or whatever. And so I backed that and was like, yeah. And then it was, I don't know, 2 years maybe went by. Hadn't really heard anything. And then I just get an email from Indiegogo, which was who I backed it through, and they were like, hey man, we're refunding you the $14 because they're not going to deliver. And I was like, oh, neat, I guess. But that was, I don't know, that was $14. So it's like if I lost $14, it's like, oh well, you know. But as far as board games go, I did back the expansion for Dinosaur Island, and then partway through was just like, oh yeah, I don't like this game, and then sold it to you and canceled my pledge. But other than that, I don't think anything's been that bad. But that being said, I have a lot of Kickstarter games that have come in that I just have not played at all, so I can't really be too good of a judge because there's some stuff that might be just terrible.
So when the Kickstarter stuff is going through, do you read the updates and stuff that's happening, or do you just like kind of brush through it and take the bullet points out of it?
Usually I just sort of brush through it unless it's a game that I'm like really, really interested in, which is probably,
yeah,
I should probably just back that way instead of, you know, backing everything and then regretting it later. But yeah, I don't know.
If I'm uber excited, I'll typically brush through it. But where I start to read details myself is when we're getting close to shipping or when we're definitely delayed on shipping. Yeah. I want to know why. What's going on? What's happening? What's causing all this stuff to happen? And I just, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, does that make me like a bad guy or something like that? Because I asked to back out of the Kickstarter of a game that's going to be, well, in my estimation, well over a year delayed if they're still not even done with the campaign, mechanics of the book and the rule book and how to play. Like, they're still they are still working on the mechanics of the game that was supposed to ship in last August.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say so. I don't know. Because you are certainly sort of buying a product. Would you see me? Would
you be like, what?
I mean, you are, in the sense, buying a product. But, like, that's sort of the issue with Kickstarter is you're not really, you're backing the idea, and so, you know, yada, yada, yada. But, like...
Yeah. I don't know, I understand delays happen, and I understand Chinese New Year is a real thing, and the factories do shut down. Like, I get that. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, man, when you're now updating us and you're back to basics, Matt, if you want, you can go to their Kickstarter page, look up Chronicle X, and then look up the pictures of their latest Kickstarter. Look up the pictures on their latest update, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Where it shows, hey guys, here we are. Here's what's going on. Like, so sorry, blah blah blah, type of a thing. It's like, See, I got an email from them August 27th of last year. Hey, backers, we are nearing the shipping of our Chronicle X order, and we are so excited that you'll soon be able to enjoy busting some alien heads. Notice, blah, 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 kind regards, so-and-so. And then I was like, okay, sweet. And then now all this other stuff is happening, and I'm like, whoa. And there's some issues that are going on with the game, and that's what freaked me out, is when, it's not that it freaked me out, it just bothered me. I'm just going to be honest. It really kind of just... And I pledged... I pledged a decent amount of money. Like, I got the game, and I also got, like, some of the expansions and some of the other stuff that went with it.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay, like this is going to be like a legit, a decent amount of money. See, their newest update yesterday, January 14th, top secret majestic level. Have you read it yet?
No, and I'm not going to because I am trying not to overburden my very fragile internet, which is all over the place.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm literally going to take a picture of it right now, text it to you.
There we go.
So you can see what I'm talking about. But here's a great segue. When you get like deals like this that are possibly crummy deals and aren't going the way that you think they would go, how does that make you feel about Brexit?
I'm glad we brought it back. Man, I don't know. Brexit's interesting. It's interesting. I feel like, now let me just go ahead and say this outright. Now, this is a hard pivot from board games, but I feel like Russia is winning, and that is terrifying to me.
Oh, and
just everywhere. They're winning everywhere. They made large land acquisitions over the past couple of years that didn't start any wars.
You mean when they took over Georgia and they took over part of the Ukraine?
Yeah.
Would you say those are, would you say they purchased them, or would you say that they just took them?
No, I think they took them. I think they were, doing that stuff that's sort of the entire purpose of the treaty we signed after World War II, where none of these big nations are going to make large land grabs anymore.
Yeah, and they just did it. And you know what their excuse was?
It used to be ours.
They weren't wearing our uniforms. They weren't.
Oh God!
Like that's what they did in Ukraine. They literally had their soldiers wear the Eastern Ukrainian uniforms and dress up as Eastern Ukrainians, and they were like, "Well, it's their own people rebelling against their country that want to join us. We're not there." It's such BS. Like, it's like Matt putting on an outfit and saying that he's fighting, for Canada. Yeah, Matt could look like a Canadian, sure. But that doesn't make him that he's like a Canadian or something like that. Anyway, I'm scared by it too, but I also think that's pretty hardcore. Like that's like he just pulled like a move like on a board game.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out more of these issues. But yeah, it's something. I don't know. Hang on. Sorry, my brain is focused on one thing. I will be back with you in a moment.
Okay. Do I need to kill some more time?
I mean, no, you can just keep talking or fill time or just try to have a conversation with me that requires...
Kickstarter model when you were supporting them to develop, not supporting them to produce an already finished product.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, but I feel like...
I could see what... I could...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
Okay, so I was going to say the issue with that is I feel like... Now, I haven't seen it, so this is fully sort of up to your discretion, but it seems like they were advertising a product that is finished, and it is not.
They advertised it as finished. They said that it would ship everywhere worldwide as of September, but then they send us an email in August saying, hey guys, we're getting ready to ship it out. Things are good. Life is good. Expect X. They were even coming with like foam inserts for the game. Like there was a bunch of stuff that was coming with the game. And then but yesterday they updated us, showing us their paper grid. And to me, I was just like, that's just not acceptable. I mean,
yeah.
Did you get my text yet that I sent you?
Yes. No, it's that's weird. See, in my brain, you were saying, yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of what they advertised. And so that's their update yesterday saying, hey guys, things are going really good. We're really happy about this. We're actually working on some stuff now. Okay, like I get it, but that is not at all what you had advertised to us. when we launched this, or when you guys launched this, back in like January of. Heck, when did this thing launch? It launched December 18th of 2017. And so you're about to get a picture of the game and the screen of what they said that the game looked like and what they were doing. And so this is what bothers me so much about this situation, is because what they had advertised was kind of like a cool mini advertising to me, where, guys, we already have a lot of the game worked out and we already have a lot of what's going on. We just want to get a feel for how popular this is going to be. And here's a look at what our semi-finished product is, right? And so you should be getting that picture momentarily. And so I had that happen, and then I had that paper grid from the dollar store.
Yeah. And
that's not cool, man. Wait, only thing not board game related though is a meaning tape, but that is the Chronicles wheel called a bagel. But be inches off every time. Terrible on Indiegogo and Lamester. Collapsing measuring spoons is such a Matt phrase. I love it. Other board game. You know what? You don't get this type of quality content. Who else talks about collapsing measuring spoons? Nobody. Who else talks about spoons where if the right amount of honey is not on the spoon, it cuts it off? Nobody else does that. That's what's going on.
I feel
That's
like
what I love about this show.
Quality in this particular instance should be in quotations, because my internet is all over the place. Like, I'm literally just watching it in OBS. Like, I'm watching the amount of upload it has go from like 1,000 to 19 to 400 to 1,200 down to 600 to 800 to 19 again. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do either. But you know what? You know who also doesn't know what to do? Brexit. They're kind of like, what do we do now? They're kind of up in the air.
Good.
Which I'm a fan of Brexit. I'm not a big fan of the EU. Like, I like the idea of like a NATO per se, where we're all allies. But I don't like the idea of other countries being able to tell me what I can do with my currency, and how my currency, you know, like how you have the ability to stop what I want to spend my currency on. Like, I'm my own country. I'm in this country on purpose. If my country wants to spend it on X, it should. Where the EU is kind of like, nope, we're all together. We're one banking system. Like, I don't know. I understand there's world markets and world governments and things like that, but I believe Britain should be Britain, and Spain should be Spain, and Germany, Germany, and Italy, Italy, and so forth and so forth. And they should be friends. Did you get that picture? That second picture I sent you?
Yes, I did. quite a difference.
That is quite a difference, sir.
Yeah.
Quite a difference. And so based off of that picture, that's why I was saying, you know what, Chronicle X, I'm kind of done with you guys. Like, that is not at all what you had put down. That's not at all what you put in your campaign. I mean, the campaign box and everything looks fantastic. It raised over $500,000. You know, it was blah, blah, blah. It's going really well.
Yeah.
And, nope. So just, no, thank you. And here's the other thing. I don't feel so terrible about it either, because Nemesis has come in. And Nemesis to me just looks like so much better of a game, and it's like the Alien game that I wanted, where Chronicle X is nice, but like the idea that Nemesis, where you're in a ship and you're trying to fix your ship, but you're also trying to fight aliens because they're trying to eat you. It's literally Alien the board game. It's just called Nemesis.
Yeah.
Like, that's a game I want to play late at night by like candlelight, or I don't know, some type of like really bad flashlight lighting where it's like a yellow and not so much a white light that comes in.
For sure. Man. So
who's a Sith? Is Darth Vader a Sith?
Yeah, because his name's Darth.
Keep going.
No, speaking of Alien games, did you buy Gen 7 from Trevor?
I did not.
Okay. Cool.
I think it's still for sale.
I was just
All right, tell me.
in my brain, I was thinking, I was like, Nemesis is to me sort of what I was thinking about when I was thinking about what Gen 7 was going to be. I was thinking it was going to be sort of like Nemesis with Crossroads cards and prospectively a campaign. And then Gen 7 looks different. And that's not to say it's bad, because I haven't played it, so I have no idea. But it's not what I expected, so it's certainly interesting. At the very least.
And see, Trevor also said that he got it because he's waiting for the expansions. Like, the expansions are supposed to have more stuff with it and more stuff going on.
Okay.
And so I don't know how I feel about that when it's somebody who's saying, yeah, I'm buying this game because hopefully the expansions make it better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have to see about that. The real question is, what is Roy going to say about this podcast when he finally listens to it?
Oh, boy, it's not going to be great. He's going to be like, well, guys, you tried. I guess next time, if he gives us enough...
Next week, maybe 185 or 186 2.0.
Nah, he'll let me know next time a little bit more in advance, and maybe I'll just upgrade my internet. Then, in theory, should be... able to support something as simple as 2 screens. So simple.
Two screens are a lot. LOL, yes. It's a little rough, but like Rob says. Thank you, Darth. Thank you for sticking with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate what you're doing, sir.
Very much. I appreciate everybody for sticking with all the technical difficulties that we always have when it's Roy. But you know.
Yeah.
It's good times, I guess, as Roy would say.
All right. Matt, if you could live in any... If you could be a character in any board game, what kind of character would you be, good or bad, and what would your power be?
That is...
Like, would you be a god in Blood Rage? Would you be a monster? Would you be a character in Pandemic Legacy? What would you be, and how would you affect the game?
Man, I don't know. That is a good question. I feel like my brain is telling me to be either one of the characters out of Marvel Legendary, so I can be a superhero, or is telling me, again, this is a very boring answer, to be one of the sort of characters, in quotations, heavy quotations, in Tokyo Jutaku, because they're just Japanese architects, and that seems super fun and interesting to me. But I don't know, man. What about you?
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to be, in the different worlds. It'd be cool to be in the Star Wars universe. Not so much that I'd want to be a part of the game, but just so I could live in that universe and like fly off and go do my own thing. I think that'd be kind of fun. It'd also be kind of cool, if you think about it, to work at a theme park where it's based around dinosaurs, like Dinosaur Island.
Actually, yeah, that'd be super cool.
I mean, I'd want to work more on the herbivore side than the carnivore side.
Yeah.
I just think, like, man, that'd be kind of cool. Like, bro, there's some dinosaurs right here. Like, there's a bunch of little stuff that I think would be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'd want to be in a Viking game. Just because I'd die. I would die. I'd get killed quick. And, like, I'd go to Valhalla, if I believed in Valhalla. If I was in a Viking game, I would definitely go out with an axe in my hand, fighting the way that I'd fight. But I don't know if I'd really appreciate that world. And also, it'd be really cold. The sea doesn't bother me, so I'm not worried about getting seasick. But it's just like, I'd be the guy who's got the 2 axes rather than a shield. And when they fire their arrows, I'm like one of the first guys to drop down. But I'm like one of the hype guys, so I'm at the front line, like yelling, and then it gets quiet because I just got shot with an arrow, and it's like, oh. And then the problem is, like, all of our friends, they're not like, oh, Rob, he's dead. They're like, oh, finally, he's quiet. Like, shut him. Thank you, Odin, that he is dead. Like, he got shot in the face. And so it's like, okay, cool. Like, now, as I'm going up to Valhalla with Max's in hand, I'm like, all right, I see you. I see you guys. Thank you for saying that about me. I got something for you when you get here.
Yeah.
Type of a thing. So, I don't know. I would not want to be a nemesis. That totally freaks me out. The idea of being in space with the broken ship and alien creatures, like
yeah, space is hard enough without aliens. I just think
that is so scary. That is so scary, bro. Like, you're going around with a flamethrower, right? But that's the only way you see too, is like the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Matt, could you do that?
No, absolutely. I don't know. Space is hard enough without aliens. Space is one of those things that, you know, it's like you have the Apollo missions. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So it's like, even with the Apollo missions, where you're just like, well, okay, cool, they're up there. Something went wrong. I don't think they have Roy's in chat. Oh man,
like, space is not one of those places where Epic Gaming Night is in here.
I know, right?
Roy. You done messed up, Roy. You done messed up. No, but space is one of those things, Matt, where it's just like, what are you guys doing up here? This is my area. Your area's down there. Got that whole ozone and atmosphere and everything to keep you down there. Like, you're not invited. You're not welcome. To me, just space is so dangerous. Like, I don't know if I ever could go to Mars or anything like that in real life, given the opportunity. I'd just be like, you know what, take pictures and send them to me.
Well, I would. I think I could.
Say we might have a better connection streaming off of his phone.
Yeah,
that's awesome. He's in the middle of like the Caribbean, and you're like, bro.
I mean, depending on
Cruz's Wi-Fi right now is better.
Depending on where he stopped at, he might be in port at one of the islands that has like a U.S. cell tower.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Space is, well, it's sort of like that about anything, right? So if you go deep under the ocean, it's the same thing. It's a place where you are not supposed to be. You're not naturally acclimated to that environment. You're not supposed to survive there, and it's like, why am I here?
Yeah, but I guess that's where I feel a little bit different. Like, I also don't want to go to the ocean floor. However, it is in our atmosphere. It is on our planet. I do believe it's one of those things that we do need to discuss, and it's one of those things that we do need to explore. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're like less than 7% of the Earth's waters have all been explored.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not even 10%. We're not even in double digits.
We know more about space than we know